welcome back. In this, we are going to discuss difference between the retesting and regression testing with real-time example. I'll more focus on real-time scenario, and end of the video we'll take a look on theory as well. So let's get started. Before moving that, don't forget to like and share this video, and please subscribe Fundu Testers.
Camera rolling, action.
Before learning retesting versus regression testing, first we should know what is a retesting and what is a regression testing. So let's understand via real-time example. Let's say you are working on a build or application. Whenever you are going to start working on any project, so first time you will get build 1. So this is the first iteration, and here you will get build 1. In general, whenever we are going to get a build 1, in this build we are going to perform only functional testing, integration testing, smoke testing or system testing. Here we are not going to perform a retesting or regression testing or acceptance testing. Will not do generally. But whenever we are going to move to the second build, from that time we are going to start working on a retesting or regression testing. Here we will take example of the different builds, and we will understand from where we can start working on a retesting and regression testing. With real-time example, difference will be clear. First of all, this is the first build. Later on we'll move to the build number 2. So this is build 2 and next is a build 3. In general, here in first build we are going to perform a smoke testing, functional testing, integration testing and system testing. In this build we are going to perform this all things here as well, plus we are going to perform retesting and regression testing. The same thing, this all here we are going to perform in the build 3, plus we will add more testing as well. So here we can perform expertise testing or acceptance testing, later on performance testing. Whenever we are going to the further build or whenever application will get mature, application will have more stability, we are going to add more and more test. But initially we'll start with the basic test, which will be a functional testing, integration testing, system testing, like that. Now question is, what is a regression testing and what is a retesting? So first, if you don't know what is a regression testing, then you will get a video from the description. So in regression testing, what we are going to do, we are going to make sure that whatever was working earlier, that is still working. Means in build 1, let's say we are working on a login functionality. So build 2, we will get the same login functionality. The same ditto, same login functionality we will get in the build 2. Which means we are going to make sure that the functionality was working earlier. Means login functionality was working in the build 1. In same manner, it should work in a build 2. The same way, it should work in a build 3 as well. So login functionality will be here in build 3 as well. Now, in build 1, we have performed a functional testing or integration testing, system testing. We have made sure that login functionality is up to the mark. Later on, whenever we are going to test login functionality second time, from second time, we can consider login functionality as a regression testing. In first build, it was a part of the functional testing. Login functionality was a part of the functional testing. Now it will be a part of a regression testing in build 2. The same manner it will be a part of the regression testing in build 3 as well, build 4, build 5. From now onwards, we'll perform regression testing on login functionality. So this is a clear. Now what is a retesting? Let's say in build 1, for login functionality, we have written 50 test cases. 50 test cases for login functionality. Out of 50, total number of test cases, total test cases. Out of 50, 40 were pass and 10 were fail. So as a tester, we have covered 50 test cases, 40 pass and 10 fail. Now, in build 2, developer will start working on these bugs and they will fix the bug. So once they are going to fix the bug and we will receive a build 2. In build 2, we are going to consider these test cases. So here we have these test cases. Total we have 50 test cases here as well. 40 and 10, this ratio. Now, whenever we are going to make sure that whatever functionality was not working earlier and developer has worked on it, and this should work in build 2 or next build, which means we are going to retest that scenario. We are going to perform a retesting on this 10 failed test cases, which means 10 failed cases will consider as a part of retesting. 10 failed cases we will consider as a part of retesting. So now you understand, we have 50, out of 50, 40 pass and 10 fail. So 40 pass will go into a regression and 10 fail will go into a retesting. But here also there is a one thing. So this is for build 2. Now the same functionality will go in the build 3. So again, out of 50, total 50, now we have 50 of 50, 50 out of 50 pass. In build 3 again, for 50 we are going to perform a regression testing. We are not going to consider this test in build 3 because in build 2 these tests were passed. So we have to make sure that only for 50 test cases. Now there is a one challenge. How can we consider 40 test cases into a complete regression? So that is another scenario. So we'll take another example. Now in build 1, let's say we have total 100 test cases. Total number of test cases. Out of 100, let's say 70 pass and 30 were fail. Now in build 2, we have to perform two types of testing. First is a regression and another is a retesting. So as per the theory or as per the concept, this pass test cases will go into the regression test case. So here we are going to perform in regression testing cycle, we are going to perform or we are going to execute 70 test cases. In retesting cycle, we are going to execute 30 test cases. In next build, if these are pass, all are passing in build 2, then we are going to consider only one cycle, which is a regression, and here we are going to execute 100 test cases. Now question is, as per the regression testing definition, if functionality is dependent, then only we are going to execute those functionality. Otherwise, we are not going to execute those functionality. So here three scenarios. If we have 70 and we have 30. If those are independent, there is no relation between these two. No relation between 70 and 30. So developer has fixed this bug, but there is no relation, no dependency. This is the first scenario. Second scenario is there is a partly relation. Relation is there, but not completely, partly relation. And third scenario is there is a 100% dependency. These 70 test cases are totally depend on these 30 bugs. If developers are going to fix these bugs, then most probably 90% there is a chance that we can get bugs in 70 past test cases. So 100% dependent. In this all three scenario, this count will get changed. How it will get changed? For example, there is a no dependency. In this case, we are not going to perform a regression testing. We will only perform a retesting. This is for regression and this is for retesting. Because these 70 test cases are already passed and there is a no dependency with the bugs, which means these tests are not going to fail or not going to break. So we are not going to execute this 70 test cases, which means in build 2 we are going to execute only 30 test cases. This is the first scenario when there is a no dependency. All test cases are independent with each other. Second scenario is a partly relation. So in this case, we cannot say exact number. We have to go with the dependency matrix, and from that we will get to know the exact number. For example, out of 70, 25 test cases are dependent on this bugs, which means in build 2 we are going to consider 30 test cases as a retesting, and out of 70 we are going to execute only 25 test cases. We are not going to execute remaining, which is a 45 test cases in the second scenario, which is a partly relationship. And third is a 100% dependent. So in this case we are going to execute 70 test cases as a regression and 30 test cases as a retesting cycle. So now I hope everything is clear. Now what if after performing testing in build 2 we are moving to the build 3? So there are chances, for example, out of this 70 we will get a 10 bugs here, and out of 30 developer has fixed 25. 5 bugs are still there. So what happens in build 3? Count will change. So in build 3 also we are going to perform a regression testing and retesting. We have here 15 bugs. So 15 test cases we are going to consider as a retesting, and for sure we are going to execute 50 test cases. But remaining we have 85 test cases, and we have to go with this process. Again we have to check the dependency, partly relationship or 100% dependency. Based on that we will segregate the test cases. If there are no dependency, then we are not going to execute. If there is a dependency, then we will count the test cases, let's say 40. Then we are going to execute only 40. And if there is 100% dependency, the same thing, again we are going to perform 85 test cases. The same procedure will happen in the build 3, build 4, build 5, so on it will go. So now I hope regression testing and retesting is clear. Regression testing we are going to perform when we have to make sure that whatever was working in build 1 and still those functionalities are working in build 2. So that is regression testing. And retesting means whatever the functionality are not working in build 1, the same functionality we are going to make sure that it should work in build 2. Why? Because developer has fixed these bugs. So I hope everything is clear. On screen you will get a theoretical difference on the retesting and regression testing. So you can pause the screen and you can note it down. And still, if you have any questions, then feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will be happy to answer. And before moving, don't forget to like and share this video with your friends, because you will not find this type of explanation anywhere in the internet. I'll guarantee you. And don't forget to subscribe Fundu Tester. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next lesson.